Cool. So I'm super excited to have our client James join today's client spotlight interview. So I guess just first off, can you just let us all know like where you're from, who you are, what you do, all that good stuff?
Absolutely. My name is James Fernandez. I'm a real estate agent based out of Chester County, Pennsylvania. For a while, I did real estate titling work, writing abstracts of title for an investing firm in Cabarrus County, North Carolina. I saw that, there was a hole in the market for someone providing higher quality service in the Chester County area. So got my license and jumped into the arena. So that's a bit about very, very high level version of who I am as a person.
I love that. I love that. And how long you been in the industry? You said you kind of been in and out, and then you've been as an agent, I guess a year or so now, right?
Just about, yes. I would say as a real estate agent, a year in the industry overall, about 2 years.
Mhm. And I'm young, but I guess you're a bit younger than me. So can you tell me like how young are you? 20, 23, 24, right?
23, gonna turn 24 September 7th.
Good stuff. I guess you're the youngest person or youngest client that we have had. And I'm excited about that. And you got the interesting story about basically getting started with us. Like I guess to get the money to be able to pull the trigger, I guess you were door dashing. So
Right. So, little high level story about how that happened. Originally, and as I'm sure everyone knows, real estate agents don't get paid right away. So, I had ended up getting a part time job as a sales professional at Tourneau Bucherer in King of Prussia Mall, selling very high end luxury watches on the weekends. That position got cut, that part time position got cut in about March. So my rent doubled and everything. So I'm like, oh crap, I don't know what to do. So I started DoorDashing, doing rideshare, the food delivery app. And I started when I sat down and I noticed the kind of money I could make on it. It gave me the idea because I had seen E2's ad a couple months before, and I was pretty sold on it. I did my research, saw the type of client acquisition model, and I believed in it, and I still do. Um, and so I started dashing like a madman, talking 70, minimum 70 hours a week, probably 80 hours a week, pulling in like 1,800, 2,000 bucks a week at the height of it all so that I could get the down payment, get started and get some listings. And funnily enough, I got a listing, first ever appointment. I know you didn't ask this yet, but the first ever phone consultation they scheduled for me, it was one of my clients, Deborah, and she said, "All right, well, I'm interested in meeting with you." And so I went in and got a listing signed, like the first phone appointment. So that was cool.
that's amazing. I guess that was like 3 days after the launch. So like we were super excited as a team. Like what the heck? That was actually I think that was the fastest win. So you're the youngest client ever, and that was also the fastest win. So I guess like maybe we should get more like younger people in. So if it's someone there is
Oh yeah.
listening, you like 23, 24, 25, whatever, just like join us, please. We need that young energy. But yeah, no, I love the hustles. Love the hustle and basically being resourceful and not looking for like not complaining about stuff and your life situations or whatever, but actually looking for solutions. So I do respect that fact about you. So I'm with you on that. So like what was the kind of the reason like that you were looking for something? Like I know you said that you saw an ad, you were kind of sold on it and all that, then you started to work to be able to pull the trigger and do that. But like why not just like go, I don't know, do something else like cold calling, door knocking, all that stuff? Like, why? What were you like thinking even of doing something what we do, paid client acquisition and all that?
All right. So it's a good question. Right now, just with the nature of my life, I didn't have the time to generate leads while at the same time being able to meet my bills and my payments and stuff. 'Cause, rent is extremely high in my area. Don't really have many roommates, that type of thing. And so it's kind of like if I'm doing the traditional methods of canvassing neighborhoods with those stupid little door hangers, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Um, or if I'm being a slave essentially to the bigger agents holding their open houses for them, so that they can get me a free buyer lead. You can keep the buyer lead, but you have to give us a referral too. So that's a rat race. So my situation was essentially I need someone to get that lead generation and follow up for me so that I can convert the appointments, go on the appointments and convert them myself. That way, when I get a listing, I actually have a transaction broker that I networked with, $575 basically they'll handle the whole thing. It's just $575 at the top of closing. So this way I'm able to make my bills and, get this on a shoestring budget basically, and with just nothing but elbow grease, get this thing off the ground.
I love it. I love it. And you already mentioned about that, like the results and all that, but I double checked just before hopping on this that the ad's been live about, I guess we launched under a couple months ago, like a month and a half ago or something. So can you tell me like the overall results and feeling about working with us? Like how has it been? Is it like maybe the support level, community, and then the results itself? Like, can you tell me more about that?
Yes, of course. So the support, everyone is very, very friendly. There's no cold, polished corporate veneer on the surface of all of this, but it's all very professional at the same time. So you're dealing with real people who have your best interests at heart. So I think that's important. The other thing is, I started, the ads went live and I started getting leads trickling in almost instantly. Now it's all a numbers game. It's all ratios game. Of these leads, this will turn into appointments. Of these phone appointments, this will turn to in person will turn to listings. That nothing that any proper real estate agent shouldn't already be well aware of. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is that the statistics were in my favor, for a lack of a better term. They were effective. And when I get more money and, I close some of those deals, I do plan on scaling this because it is very scalable.
100%. I guess that one good thing about this is that once we hit those numbers, once we hit those KPIs, we make it predictable, and then we can make it also scalable in the long run. So yeah, 100%. Cool. So I guess like I don't know if you had, but you were hustling and making it happen, trying to get the money to pull this trigger. So like, did you have any fears? And if you had, what was the biggest fear about even getting started with us or getting started with some company?
Well, honestly, it's about results. You are putting your faith into other people. Technically, as the consumer, all I can do is do my research and put in the effort on my end. But at some point, you really are just you're leaving that to someone else. So the person you choose has to be well qualified, and you guys are.
Love it. Cool. So I guess we're gonna wrap this thing up. So kind of like a last question. What would you say to other agents who are considering working with us, maybe checking this video recording right now, this interview? Like, what would you say to those people?
I would say, look at your business, look at especially the long term. It's not like a magic wand that you're going to wave your magic wand and get like 5, 10, 15 listings in 1 month. That's not going to happen. And that's not what you should expect to happen.
100%.
But what this will do, especially if you're on your end, if you have the skills to actually sell homes and do things on your end, what this is going to do is it's going to build up a very long-term database that will snowball in the next year or two. I mean, if you're getting, say, 15, 20 people that are, you're going to enter your long-term database that are planning on selling in a year or so, and that's happening every month, then if you stick this out for a year or two, all those people, especially if you've been nurturing them properly, you're going to be the obvious choice and you're going to be a millionaire. So stick to it.
I love that. That's that's a big thing. And people always are thinking about like trying to find the magic pill. So that's a really, really good thing to understand and remember. Cool. You got any last words, any last minute things? So we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Don't bet on the races, bet on E2.
Cool. Love that. Awesome. A great one. Thanks for joining on.